Okay, boys and girls, we're going to start our next lesson, which is going to be lesson 2-3, and it's still with MBT, number-based 10 operations, and it is about fluently add and subtract multi-digit whole numbers. Our standard is 4.MBT.B.4. And it is about fluently add and subtract multi-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm. This time for lesson 2-3, our ICANN statement is going to be add 3-digit numbers using place value concepts. Okay. Our vocabulary for these two lessons is going to be add, subtract, sum, which is the same as adding. Multi-digit means that a number has different digits. Regroup is when we carry over when we're adding. And algorithm, which is the concept of doing something over and over again. Our essential understanding is the standard algorithm for adding 3-digit numbers is an extension to the standard algorithm for adding 2-digit numbers. Okay, now let's look at an example that we're going to be doing. Look at it, and it says, students collect empty water bottles to recycle. How many water bottles were collected in the first 2 months? How many bottles were collected in all 3 months? Solve the problem using any strategy you choose. So you have to go back to how we added 2-digit numbers and what you learned last year. So let's look at the little graph that they give us to work on. We have a little graph which has headings for month and water bottles. For in the month of September, they collected 357 bottles. In October, they collected 243 bottles. And in November, they collected 468 bottles. Okay? And these are two examples of two different works that kids did. Work number 1. Okay? So the first student just added simply 357 plus 243. So if you add 7 plus 3, that gives you a 0, and you carry 1. So 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 0. So you put the 0 down and you carry another 1 to the hundredths place. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 2 is 600. Okay, so that's how much they collected the first 2 months. In the 3 months, they added the 600 plus 468. Okay, the 600 is how much they collected in 2 months, and 468 is what they collected on the last month of November. So they added 600 plus 468. So they added 8 plus 0 is 8, 0 plus 6 is 6, and 6 plus 4 is 10. So their answer was 1068. Now this is the example of work number 2. Okay, let's look what they did for the 2 months. He put down all the ones, which was 7 plus 3, that's 7 ones. So you carry 1 to the tens. Okay, so then in the tens he had 5 plus 4 and 1 that carried over from the ones place that made 10. So then he carried 1 10 to the hundredths, 1 100 to the hundredths, and he added to 600 bottles for the first 2 months. Now let's go back, let's go forward and look at how he added the last month. Okay, so he said 600, so he put all the 6 squares in the hundredths place. Then he added 4 more. Then he added the 6 tens, and then he added the 8 ones. So obviously 8 ones was in the ones place, 6 tens was in the tens place, and 10 hundredths was in the hundredths place. So when he added all those figures it came out to 1,068. Okay, boys and girls, whatever you choose to do, remember that it is essential that you need to regroup once you exceed the tens in the ones place and the tens in the hundreds place and so on. You need to regroup. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing the next one for lesson 2-4 for this week.